The Snake Prince is being roasted by the fire. He could only watch as he was about to be burned. And then, a man stepped in to save him from the fire. The Snake Prince climbed onto a stick. The Snake Prince's scales were scorched. The man took out water and poured it on the Snake Prince to help ease the pain. To repay the man for saving his life, the Snake Prince took the man to the land of all snakes to meet his father. The man arranged for the sheep. Then he followed the Snake Prince to the land of the snakes. They traveled through mountains and rivers, through forests and meadows. They finally came to a huge rock. The Snake Prince was the first to enter the hole. Then he asked the men to pry it open. The man used a stick to move the rock aside. He didn't realize there was a deep staircase. The man went down the stairs. Soon he came to a mysterious place. A golden palace stood here. Two pythons of 10,000 years old guarded the entrance to prevent enemies from sneaking in. The Snake Prince led the men into the palace. The palace was filled with diamonds, emeralds, and crystals. But at that moment, the Snake King realized that a human was intruding. He was so angry that he threw his tail and hit the ground hard. The whole palace shook. The Snake Prince saw his father's anger. He rushed to tell the Snake King what he had experienced. It was this man who was kind enough to save him. Without him, his life would have been lost. The man was scared out of his wits. His hands and feet were shaking uncontrollably. To repay his kindness, the Snake King decided to give him two choices. Either one of them would be an opportunity. The first was to be able to listen to all the animals. The second was 1,000,000 gold coins. When the man heard this, he was in a state of hesitation. He wanted both options. After much deliberation, the man chose to understand the words of the animals. The Snake King let the man come to him. Then he wiped a mouthful of spit on his face. Then the man understood the language of the animals. The Snake Prince came to the man and told him, "Don't tell anyone that he understands the language of the animals. Otherwise he would be turned into a stone. And not to tell anyone about the land of the snakes." Soon the man returned up the stairs to his home. The rest of his life was uneventful. As he tended the sheep, he pondered his experiences. Just then, he heard two little birds talking about a secret. The bird said that there was a lot of gold buried under the tree. Too bad the men didn't know anything about it. But they didn't know. The man could understand their conversation, so they knew the secret. The man drove the sheep back to the farmer's house. He resigned and fired the farmer. At night, the man picked up an axe and went to the tree. He swung the axe at the tree and chopped it down. Soon the tree was chopped down to the ground. Then the man began to dig, and he found a lot of gold. Then the man realized that the two birds were telling the truth. And so it was. With this gold, the man's life was transformed. He has a car, a house, and savings, and tens of thousands of acres of land. He also married a young wife as he wished. He had a couple of children and lived happily ever after.